All right, so I got this here. I'm gonna do 3 1/4 pound. Now these are frozen, so I'm gonna get them in this guy and then go get them all rinsed and get the rest of the stems out. That's not even at 1 pound yet. Lovely. See, some of these are still really attached. Probably gonna need them all, guys. Okay, so let me get something set in the sink so I can clean these off and get the stems out, and then we're gonna get all of them into my little bag here. Okay guys, so I got, let's see, 1 gallon of water and 2 1/2 pounds of sugar here. And they're gonna go in here and mix and heat until the sugar dissolves and the water's about to boil. Then we're gonna place the mesh straining bag inside the primary fermenter bucket and fill it with clean to stem elderberries. And then we're gonna pour this syrup on top of it. So let's get those berries ready while this is warming up. All right guys, so I'm gonna take these to the sink. I'm gonna clean them and rinse them, get the stems and stuff and the green ones out, and then put them in here, because this is what's gonna go in the pot. So, here we go. Okay, so I got these in my cheesecloth. I'm tying a knot to make it my own bag here. I got them cleaned and as many of the stems and green guys out as I can get. It's about the amount that I needed, probably a little less. We're gonna tie the knot in that. It's going into this primary fermenter. It's not a bucket, but it's what I got that fits for fermenting. So that's going in there. Don't want to dump this on my microphone. See how I'm moving. Over here. This is hot. See? Alright. Get my potato masher. I'm gonna hold this, mash those berries into that hot, sugary liquid. See those berries getting their mash on. Alright, let's see what we're supposed to be doing next here. Alright, so now we're going to let that kind of come to room temperature here. It's very warm. Let it cool down. And we're going to dissolve the acid blend and the crushed cannon tablet into there. And we're going to take initial gravity. And we're going to cover it and secure it for 24 hours. So we're going to let that cool while I clean up. So this has been sitting for 24 hours. This is, oh my god, you can clean it up. My elderberry wine. We did the first steps. You can see it's in here. Now I'm going to add in the yeast packet. And tablespoon of yeast nutrient, and I'm gonna, not a tablespoon, teaspoon, yeast nutrient. Said I could just put it on top, but I'm gonna give it a good stir in there. Also, I don't want it like all on my bag here, which needs to be stirred and mushed down daily. I'm probably just gonna put all the way in here with it. Alright, so that's stirred in good. Let that in in there. I'm gonna wipe this up, and now it will sit. Here's my instructions. I will mix and mash the fruit every day, and on the third day, we'll take it for a reading. It should take 3 or 5 days. That's when we'll strain it and put it back in this guy. So about 3 or 5 days. So I'm just gonna let this sit here every day, open it, mash it for 3 to 5 days, probably 5, and then we'll pour it in here, strain it out. So see you back then when we stir it every day, see how it's bubbling. I started this yesterday. Today we're gonna give it a little kind of stir and a mash. Smells a little fermenty. Definitely bubbling. This is the second day of the stir mash. It's definitely fermenting up in there. So there was a ton of fruit flies around this. I just added water in this lip so that they can't get into it when I have that lid on. Very fermenty. See the water? You can see it can still get the air out for the ferment. So I don't know if it's the time of year, the fact that all my plants are in here, but the fruit flies are killing me with this batch. It's nowhere near as bad with the persimmon as it is with these elderberries. Definitely fermenting. Alright guys, we got about from day 3 to 7 of my elderberry ferment going. I am really getting tired of the fruit flies that have been buzzing. I have the water in this fermenter to try and to keep them from getting in there. And I also set up my plant sticky traps. But today I'm going to rack it and get the bung and the airlock on there, and it'll ferment that way. It'll continue, and we'll pour some out to see about measuring the alcohol content of it also. So first thing, I'm gonna get my siphon going. Everything is cleaned and ready, so I'm gonna get siphoning from the fermenting crock here down into my carboy jug, whatever you want to call it. So let me get that set up. Here's the siphon. I just got it on Amazon, and I definitely figured out how to work it this time. You need that gravity. So let's take these. Look at all them little flies we got going on here. So there it is. The berries just sitting on top. I have that bag in there, but a lot of the berries came out. So this down in here. It's definitely bubbling way less than it was. And then just, you can see, there it goes. to make sure that stays down in the bottom. And bring this up here and measure it. Look how pretty the color is. That is pretty looking. I'm gonna pour some in here so we can try out the alcohol content. So, let's see. There we go. Drop that guy in. Give it a twirl. And looks like still not very high, y'all. Still in that 1.199. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I will become a better expert for y'all. But for now, let me get this back in here. Get this airlock back on. I should have wiped that. I think it's good. And then we're gonna let this sit at least 2 months. So after 1 month I can strain it off again, but we're gonna let this sit at least 2 months before we're gonna rack it into its final resting place, and we'll measure it again then. So here's my elderberry wine racked out of its first ferment. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You know I'm not a winemaking pro, but I've done my homemade grape juice wine, I've done persimmon wine, and then this is elderberry wine. Today we're gonna finish it up. We are going to decant it, taste it, try and measure the ABV again, and then bottle it up. So grab your glass and come taste with me if you're brave enough. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this wine from this, I'm gonna put it into a bowl. So that way when I need to mix, because I wanna possibly mix more sugar in and possibly add in a Camden tablet and some potassium sorbate. So, but the first thing we're gonna do, we'll talk about that in a minute, is decant it and get it from here into the bowl. So let me get, I have this bowl, but I have my bigger one that's clean now. So we're gonna use the siphon and siphon it because there's yucky sludge at the bottom. So let me get my bowl. All right, remember when you're using the siphon, you really gotta use gravity. So let's take off this airlock. I like how that smells. That's a cool sign. So this is already sanitized. So I'm gonna get this guy in here. And then I squeeze this to suction that wine out. You can already see it coming. There it goes. Well, there we go. Don't really want to pump all that sludge into there. Gross. All right, so now I'm gonna do a little taste test here before I do anything else. It smells really good. Does not taste very sweet. We're definitely gonna have to be adding sugar. I really like how it smells though. All right, and I'm gonna add in here so we can try and measure the ABV. I never get this part right. I don't think I have a pre-reading, or I think if when I did it, this is the first time I've decanted it maybe. So, or no, I did an initial and it still was like that 0.99 nothing. See, twirl it so it doesn't get any bubbles holding it up. And see where it stops bouncing. It's still in that white section where it's 0.990. So to me, that's like 0 ABV. It's the same thing that happens with my persimmon wine. I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm not doing something right with the measuring or if I'm not doing something right with the wine, but it's the same. Next time, we're gonna work this out. I'm gonna get a professional to help me make this. It definitely is tart. It's not sweet. It smells like it should be sweet, but it doesn't taste sweet. And I'm still unsure about the tasting of alcohol or not. All right, so in these instructions I'm following, which I will link, it definitely has cleared for at least 2 months. I'll put the date when I started it and then today's date so you can see how long it's sat. I use the ABV calculator. I really don't think there's that much wine, but maybe there is. I'm not sure. But now it needs some back sweetening, so I'm gonna add 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of sugar. This says syrup. I'm just gonna add the sugar and stir it. We're gonna stir it up good. And I got a 1/2 cup here. I'm gonna add that and stir. I'm sorry, you're not syrup. But this is what I'm doing. See, this is probably also why it's not working, because I'm not following the directions exactly. Put you back in. Stir you up. I also don't think I should be using metal, but I got out right now. I'm gonna stir some more, but we're gonna stop that for a minute. So now we got the sugar in, and then we're gonna add a Camden tablet, and this potassium sorbate, which this is gonna help it stop fermenting, because we don't want it to start fermenting again. And the Camden tablet kills any wild yeast that still might be in there and like protects it. So we're gonna add these 2 ingredients, and I'm gonna stir it up some more. We're gonna taste it one more time, and then we're gonna put it in the bottles. So how much of this do I need? Does this have a scoop in it? It does. Just because we got the potassium. How much of this? Reading the wrong instructions. 1/2 teaspoon. That's probably about what I got here. To stop it from fermenting. It's so wild how it like goes and spreads out. Cool chemical reaction. I never took chemistry, y'all, and it shows. My winemaking skills are lacking. Oh, and I need 2 spoons to crush this tablet together in here. Sorry, so you just put the tablet between the metal and crush it down. And add it in. I'm gonna stir this up some more. I'm sure that sugar, since I didn't use syrup, needs to be dissolved and stirred in more. I can hear it on the bottom. I did, when I was making this, start with sugar syrup. I remember in the video, which you will also see, I had like a sugary syrup that I added. Let's see. Definitely tastes sweeter with the sugar. I don't know, y'all. Winemaking is weird. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna start bottling it up. Maybe you'll get some other people's reactions to tasting it for you all. Until there's a little bit less in here and I can pour from the bowl.
It smells nice.
I like how it smells a lot.
It smells like the sangria.
It's elderberry.
Your father smelled of elderberries.
It doesn't taste alcoholic. that much, does it?
No, it smells alcoholic though.
And my little measure was
Didn't work, or
yeah. It didn't float like...
we should put it in some known alcohol and see if it works. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It has an alcohol.
It's not bad. I like it better than the persimmon.
Oh, yeah. It has an alcoholic bite to it though at the end, so
Yeah.
maybe that's just a not great hygrometer.
Or I'm not using it right. I think it's more likely user error.
That's pleasant. It's quite pleasant, in fact.
It's definitely better than the persimmon one. Alright, so it smells pretty good, yeah.
What is it
feels
again?
like it's elderberry.
Elderberry. I'm like,
I don't even think I could do that.
that one was
It's not like
It has like a tart
glorious, but it is good. Like it's better than the persimmon one.
You know what I would do with this?
Rachel's like anything's better than that.
Oh, I would put like
I'm scared to
a
try
little
it.
Sprite in it.
Yes,
I think a little bit of Sprite or ginger ale.
right would give it yes. That
I think that would be really good.
it's more tart.
It is
She's
tart.
honest. I love it.
Can't control my face.
You don't have to drink it the rest of it.